I've perfected my winterized, like bronzy, juicy skin, no makeup, model off duty glam. If you're more of like a pale girly, or you want to try a new routine that will literally leave your skin and your makeup looking flawless in real life, not just on camera, keep watching. I'm showing you exactly how to get this kind of glam today. It's actually so simple. I literally promise you, if you prep your skin well, your makeup will turn out 10 times better. I'm starting out with the Rhode Glazing Milk, then going in with one of my favorite moisturizers. This is the Tatcha Dewy Skin Cream. Truthfully, I have no idea what rock I was living under to have only started using this moisturizer like a month ago. Really take my time and almost give my face like a massage. My jaw, up my cheek. It looks kind of silly to just lift my brows. Oh, this feels so good. After I've waited like 10 minutes so my skincare can really sink into my skin, going in with one of my new favorite primers. This is the Refy Blur and Hydrate Primer. This primer is fantastic at controlling oil. It doesn't feel like slippery or silicone-y. Does that make sense? Focus it mainly on my T-zone. Really work it into your skin. Yeah, that just like instantly took away the glow from the center of my face, like in a really subtle way. It's obviously not matte, but it just looks a little bit more blurred. For a flawless, almost undetectable complexion, one of my favorite foundations, it's from Chanel. It's called the Ultra Le Temps Foundation. Bring that from the center of my face out. Something I like to do is prime at my brush. I learned this from a makeup artist. Essentially, you pump the product onto the back of your hand and like work it into the brush as if you're like blending it into your hand. And then with a really light touch, you just go over your skin. Also, everything's gonna be linked in my Shop My after I post this, in case you wanna shop any of these specific products, but just know you don't need these exact products. Whatever you have probably will work. Concealing only to lift and brighten. So going on my chin and then the center of my face, so around the nose, and a little bit on my forehead, then right on the outer part of the eye to lift. Just a reminder, be light-handed. The last thing we want is to overdo it and look cakey. You can always add more product, but it's a lot harder to like cover up wearing too much makeup. Adding shadow back into my face, aka contouring, using my Westman Atelier contour. It's literally my favorite ever of all time. With this double-sided Refy brush, just patting the contour into place. This gives it like a super soft contoured look, giving like, did she contour? Is she just like sculpted by the gods, you know? And that's what we want. Okay, one of my favorite cream bronzers is shockingly from the drugstore. I'm just focusing it on my forehead, my temples, and then the tops of my cheeks, like where the sun would naturally hit your face. I'm just dragging that bronzer on the tops of my cheeks ever so slightly towards the apples of my cheeks, but I'm not bringing it down here. That's where your contour goes. If you mix them, it ends up looking muddy and cakey and just like heavy, which is the exact opposite of what we want. Don't forget to sweep some over your lids. I also like to go right under the eye. Kind of drag up, it contours your eye a little bit. I learned this from Tennille J. She's like the most amazing makeup artist. I like to go over my Cupid's bow and then the center of my bottom lip, doing my backwards setting technique. I have a video pinned that kind of like breaks it down further. Very, very light, thin layers is the key though. Why would I ever set any other way? Look at my skin. Okay, sweeping over some powdered bronzer. That's kind of literally it. You can obviously add like different tones of a bronzy shade if you have the time or if you just like want to spruce it up. But honestly, I like to just throw on a bronzer, kind of setting in place cream bronzer we put down, dragging up and out to kind of elongate the eye, defining my upper inner corner with some dark brown. Like, look at the difference just that little step makes. Here's leftover on this brush. I'm just tapping very, very lightly, tapping it into my lower lash line. I want to add darkness. I just kind of want like a second tone to my lower lash line, so it's not like just bronzer. Does that make sense? Brushing in a little bit of clear brow gel. I don't want anything like too dark or too heavy or too like glam for your brows, at least in my opinion. It just looks better when it's like manicured and brushed and fluffed up, you know? I'm gonna go in with a little bit of blush. This is the Chanel Cream to Powder Blush in the shade Beige Eclatant. Am I saying that right? Placing that just on the apples of my cheeks, dragging that up towards the top of the cheekbone where I put the bronzer. Oh, I love this formula. The lip combo, I'm going in first with this Charlotte Tilbury wand. You're probably thinking that's a contour wand. Why are you using that for your lips? I like to kind of contour and actually use this as like a lip color. I don't know if that's bizarro. And then I just tap it into place. Going in with Malt from ABH. Warm brown shade. Very, very, very slowly building it up. I cannot stand the look of like a harsh liner that has not been blended out. And just like contour, I kind of like define certain parts of my lips. So I have a little line in the center of my lip. So I like to put a little liner there. Same with right here. I have these little, I have a few little lines that I like to kind of define. It makes it look a little bit more pouty. Go in with the Charlotte Tilbury highlighting wand, put some on the back of my hand, and highlight my Cupid's bow and the center of my lips. While we're here, I might as well do my nose and my cheekbones. I like to highlight in kind of like a C along my temples into my cheekbones, just because like when you turn it hits your face like that. I think it looks so pretty. Of Boy from Chanel, just because like I'm addicted to this shade right now. And then I'm just gonna add a little clear gloss, a little bit of the Mario setting spray. Okay, we are all done. I'm not adding mascara, but if you want to, obviously add mascara. See how subtle and flattering this is? Let me know if you have any questions about this routine or if you try it. Love you, girlies. I will see you in another video. Bye.